Good afternoon to everyone. I was the participant in one of the bootcamp, and thereafter I joined one of the internship program led by Anna. And in the internship, we learned the Smalljo and the Smalljo VM programming language, and then did some project work. So I'm here to, I would like to share with you the project that we did. It's a AI-enabled web application. So this web application basically download the transcript from the YouTube and then do a summary out of the transcript based on our query to the transcript. So it make use of web scrape, a combination of web scraping and API to obtain the transcript. And thereafter, we do some cleaning of the text. We use data processing and transformation to do some cleaning of the text, removing some of the noises before make it ready for the next processing. And we also use Retrieval Augmented Generation. In short, we call it RAG. I will explain a bit more about this later on. It's basically it's a technique to filter out contextually relevant text from the transcript. Okay, then we also use the LLM model from OpenAI to generate the response for our query. And above all, we use Smalljo VM, which is the programming language to handle all of the above. Right. Okay, maybe let me just do a quick demo of the web application that we have built. Yeah, so this is a landing page. Over here, you can see there's a URL field here. So it's where we paste the YouTube URL. And on the right side here, we can actually query the transcript, which is downloaded here. So let me just take one example. I like TED Talk because the TED Talk has a lot of interesting topics. So let's say maybe we take this one. I'll just copy this URL here and paste it here and just enter. You will see this, the transcript has been downloaded already. So if we click it, we can see the full set of transcript. But then if we are short of time, we do not want to read through all this. And also, we do not want to read through all this chunk of text here. We can actually query it. Let's say, for example, I can say summarize this into 3 key points, right? Okay, so this query and also some of the relevant transcript extracted using the RAG method is actually sent as a prompt into the OpenAI LLM for them to come back with this response that you have queried. Here it says summarize into these 3 points. So you say so the summary of this talk is actually artificial intelligence has evolved significantly over the past 61 years and so on. So you ask for 3 points, so it actually give you 3 points, right? Okay, so this is the web application that we did in the project. I find this very useful because I basically don't have a lot of time to go through a lot of the transcript or the video. So I'll just do this quick summary and then quick read. And if it's interesting, then I'll go further into the YouTube and listen to it more. Yeah. Okay. So there's the demo. Okay. Earlier I mentioned the RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation. So this technique is basically chunking the text. You see a long list of text, right? So basically we will not send all the entire text into the OpenAI LLM because there'll be too much. So we only want to pick up the relevant text from the transcript here. So what we do is we split this long text into chunks. So we call chunking the text. And then for each chunk of text, we do vectors embedding. So this is also using the LLM. So we take the chunk text and send it to the LLM for it to be to get a vector embedding. So then from this chunk of text, then you get a list of vectors, right? And at the same time, your question, we also want the questions to be similar to the chunk of text here. So we only want to filter out those chunks which are relevant to the query or similar in context to the query. So this will make it more efficient for the LLM to generate a response and a more accurate response to your query. So this is in a nutshell how the this RAG works. And let me also share with you. So this is the Smalljo programming language that we use to handle all the process that I have mentioned earlier. Okay. So after you develop your web application, you can use it in your home, your local computer. But you will also want to like put it in the internet, make it accessible over the internet, and share it with others, your friends. So I'm going to share with you also as a continuation of this project how I put it in the internet. Okay, I believe many of you use a Windows computer. So Windows OS, you need to install the Linux OS. It's actually via the Windows subsystem for Linux. It's actually available in your Windows computer. And when you need to install the Smalljo VM engine, and then you run the Smalljo VM web app, which I just shown just now. You will also require to install a virtual machine handled by Docker. So this will actually host a connector, a Cloudflare connector, so that you can connect to use a Cloudflare as the DNS provider, so that your web address, your domain name can be actually picked up by the DNS and then connect to your own server in your computer. Okay. So I will just go through these steps, installing the Linux in your Windows computer, and set up the Smalljo VM engine, and then run your web app. Okay. So to install your Linux in your in your computer, in your Windows computer, actually there's quite a few literature on this. In the Microsoft website, you will see there's an instruction on how you can install Linux on Windows with WSL. WSL is a Windows subsystem for Linux. And you can also refer to another web page, Ubuntu WSL, basically the steps and the tutorial on how to set it up are the same. So I just do a quick demo. You first need to open your Windows PowerShell in the administrator mode. So run it as administrator. Okay, so over here you can see WSL install, but you can also if you can specify the version of Linux that you want to install. So to find out what are the version available, you can actually use this command WSL list online. So it will list out all the different version of Linux. So to install the version, let's say this is the version 24 is the latest version. So you can actually use this command. WSL install -d, and then the name of the version of the Ubuntu that you want to install, the screen here. So just enter. It is actually quite fast, and we need not wait a few minutes. Okay, you'll be asked to enter your create your own username, and then create your own password. Okay, so once you have installed it, it will straight away open up Ubuntu terminal here for you. So, but I would prefer to go direct into the terminal display. So you have to install this one. So you can come here. You can confirm the version that you have installed. So it's the version 24.0, right? Okay. Next, okay, next we want to set up the module VM. So basically I want to install all these, run all these updates application. So this is updating the Linux package. So next one, we also need to install the Java development kit. Okay, next we will have to install the curl. Create a directory. Change to the directory. And get this program, the virtual machine. And change the permission mode. This is to get additional update. And then the web application that we have created can now be deployed after you have done all the setup. then you can deploy it. Okay, here you will see that there's an error here. Is because the secret key is not set up yet. So I have already set up it separately, the secret key inside the application. So I will do it over here instead of my the setup which I've earlier installed. Sorry.
That means the thing is mistyped there, Francis.
Okay, it was working just now. Okay, so I think it's because the process is already running. Okay, the it's actually already running, so I actually don't have to run it. So it's actually already running over here. The process. So once you run this script here, you actually everything will be running, and you can actually get the this web application that I showed you just now. This one, yeah. Okay, we need to know what is the private IP address this is running on. So you can do this, run this command here, and then you can get the IP address from this line here, INET and so on. Okay. So similarly, when you use localhost, I know this web application is running on port 4040, so I can key in localhost 4040, or I can also use the IP address which I showed you just now, and then go for the same port, and then you can also get the same thing from here. So you will need this later on when I show you when we set up the Cloudflare tunnel, which is the DNS provider that will connect your web address to your server. Okay. Okay, so I've shown you the installation of the Linux, the smaller VM engine, and the web app. So the next thing that we need to do is to set up the Docker engine. You can actually go to this website, or you can actually Google it by Docker install Ubuntu. Then you'll come to this website where it will give you the instruction on how you may set up this virtual machine, Docker. So there were actually a few installation methods, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I will normally go for this method, Docker app repository. So it's over here. So that in this method, there's actually three steps, 1, 2, and 3. So you can just quite easily just copy the script from here. Just run this. Okay, so this is the first step. Then the second step is to install the latest version of the Docker. So you just need to copy, click here to copy, and then go back here and paste the instruction, the command here, and then enter. Y for yes, you want to install it. Won't take long. So the last step is just to verify that you have successfully installed the Docker engine. Just copy this command, come back here, and then paste here, and then enter. So when you see this display here, it means that your Docker virtual machine is successfully installed. Okay, so next I want to head to Cloudflare. But before I do that, basically Cloudflare Tunnel is one option for you to host your web application and make it accessible from the internet. So actually there are a few methods. So I'll just quickly mention what are the other methods. The other method is you have to like expose your home public IP address, and then in your router in the firewall you need to like open up these two port 443 and 80, and then do a port forwarding, and you need also a reverse proxy server to handle this as well. So this is one method, but but when you expose your port here, you actually open up some security risk here. So this is actually not recommended. Another method is to use a VPN, virtual private network. And this also, you also have to open up ports here in your, expose your port here. And there's also some risk consideration as well. So hence, we actually, another method which is getting popular now is to use the Cloudflare Tunnel. And you don't have to expose any of your router ports. No port forwarding required, and you also don't have to expose your home public IP address as well. Here, what you need is you need to have an account with a Cloudflare, and then on your home computer you need to install this Docker, which we just did. And then so that the purpose of this is to like create a connection for your web application to talk to the Cloudflare Tunnel here, so that it can be accessible from the internet. Right. Okay, I will just head to the Cloudflare dashboard here, website here. So you need to open up an account, sign up an account here. Which I have already did, and when you log in, you will see this page here. Okay, there are another requirement that you will need is you need to have your own domain name. So you can buy your domain name from for example, GoDaddy or Namecheap, and then add that domain name into the Cloudflare as a DNS provider. So if you have done that, you will actually, for me, I've actually purchased this domain name called for others.dev. So if you have already set it up and add into the Cloudflare, you can actually see this as active here on this web page. And much of the Cloudflare tunneling configuration is actually done in the Zero Trust menu here. You can see on the left here. So you click on this Zero Trust menu. You will come to this page. And you can go to a network tunnel. So this is a tunnel that we were talking about. Okay, so you can start by creating a tunnel. Just click next. And then give a tunnel a meaningful name, maybe NLB demo. Save tunnel. Okay, now and here you can actually choose the environment where you want to set up the connector. So there are many options here: Windows, Mac, Debian, Red Hat, and Docker. So for me, I have used Docker, so I'll just share how I use Docker for this purpose. So if you click on the Docker, they will give you an instruction on how to install and run the connector. So the command is already actually set up here for you already. So all you can do is all you need to do is just copy this command. And once your connector is set up successfully, you will see some details over here. Now, because the connector is not set up, you don't see anything here. So I'll go back to the terminal. And I paste the command here. And enter. Don't know what happened.
You might not need to run a sudo Docker, Francis.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Okay, actually it's already set up. You can see that the connector is already set up. So just click next. And okay, here you can actually decide how you want to name, give the subdomain to the domain name. So my domain name is for others.dv. So you can actually give any subdomain name that you like. You can put a meaningful name, maybe demo for this one. And over here, you just need to select HTTP because the application that you have set up in your local server is on HTTP. So you choose HTTP here. So earlier on, I mentioned about the IP address that you have identified. So you just need to take this private IP address and copy it here. But you just need to remove this because it's already provided. It's part of the things. And then just save tunnel.
You can change a demo to something else, maybe.
Sorry.
You can change a demo to something else. I think it's because there's already an existing record. Maybe demo 99 or something like that.
Okay. Right. Okay, so this is already set up. So you can actually now access this over the internet. So you can just key in demo 99. Yeah, so you get it done. So for those who are actually watching this, you can actually also try this, key in this, and then you should be able to like see it on your web browser. And of course, currently this web application doesn't have the capacity to allow many users to use it. So this is it's still under development, so it's actually not available at a full capacity to the public. Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's what I would like to share with you, how you can develop your web application and then put it on the internet, make it accessible, and share with your friends. Feel free. I'm open to any questions that you have.
Okay, thank you so much, Francis. So for others, right, I think for some of you who have any questions, okay, there are actually some questions as well. Do you have the setup? Is the setup instructions for Mac OS available on the website as well? The setup instructions for, I think he mentioned about the Linux and the Linux as well. Is it available on the website?
I will go through some of it myself, Chris.
Okay, sure. Okay. Is there any issue with using HTTP instead of HTTPS?
Okay, when you use a Cloudflare tunnel, Cloudflare automatically give you a secure SSL certificate. You can see that the connection is secure and there's a valid certificate over here. So it will automatically be HTTPS here. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. On my end, it's also HTTPS as well, Chris. Like when I open up the you can actually access it through on HTTPS as well. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? So I think for others, right? I think some of you who joined our bootcamp previously, some of you actually built some ChatGPT applications on app.s module, right? So there's a publish, and then you can just click it and then put it right away. But I think like what Francis has shown when it comes to RAG, and also actually a little bit on the virtual machine as well, it gives you like much more capacity for you to do more interesting things. So I think especially the embedding as well, right, Francis? Like because sometimes YouTube contents or any other like documents are actually a long document, right? And you need embedding to basically make sure that your chatbot is able to scan like a lot of document and process multiple text from there. What is the most interesting part that you find out, Francis, when you try to build RAG? Like what are like the most useful application that you see?
Yeah. So far, I have actually read about RAG. You can also apply it to PDF document or other kind of text document. And when here you see it's applied onto the text from the YouTube transcript. And you can actually similarly apply to other document like Word document, PDF document. Yeah.
Yeah, so what Francis says is correct as well. Like we have also other projects where like we build our clients who are building like a learning assistant. They have a chunk of PDF files where they want to basically process into a Q&A chatbot, and then instead of like build chatbot from scratch, you can actually put a lot of documents into like RAG and then let them index it and then it really becomes your learning, it's so-called your learning interns or like your learning assistant as well, because the chatbot can actually help you answer questions from a PDF document. Okay, any other questions from the audience? Maybe one last question before we move on to the Telegram chat, building Telegram bot. Oh, thanks, Ruben. Yeah. Ruben also I think joined us as well, like on a previous bootcamp. So this is like one of the project that basically our NLB members are actually doing as well on the apprenticeship. So thank you so much, Francis. I think we will still accept any question as well. If you want to ask question related to RAG, feel free to put your post your question on the chat box, and then after Arnold's session, we'll actually go through it as well. So so the slides are, would you mind sharing your slides, Francis, to the community after that?
No, I don't mind. I'll be happy to share it. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thanks so much. So the video will be, we'll actually like put it into on YouTube and then share the video to you guys. So for those of you who missed the steps previously, you can go through it bit by bit. It's very interesting because I think where the previous two sessions we talk about use cases in education or building your own personal assistant. Now we talk a little bit more on how you do it. So this is actually a good session that you can watch on top of the previous two sessions that we have. So thank you so much, Francis, for sharing. And
Yeah, most welcome.
yeah,